Our association focuses on three issues. Firstly, it's the monitoring and alert platform. That is what the basis of the International Betting Integrity Association is. That means we have an alert platform where all our members feed into if they see any suspicious activity. And we then report that suspicious activity to the relevant sport and regulator. But we've grown as an association and we're also doing other things. So another strand of our work is research and education. Now, we've been funding a players athletes program for the last 10 years, making athletes aware of the do's and don'ts of sports betting. We're involved in 5 European Commission funded programs on match fixing, and we're also now increasingly looking at more international projects that we're doing. So that's the second strand. And the third strand is advocating informed policy, because we have all this information coming from our alert platform on suspicious alerts, and because we're dealing with sports betting integrity, we have valuable information about how a market, when it comes to sports betting, should look like. So taxation rates and channeling and licensing. So these are now things that we're also looking at, which means that when countries are beginning to open up, generally we will tend to put a consultation towards that with our response, our feedback as to how we think that market should open up based on an evidence approach. When these markets are opening up, there's a number of threats that they're going to have to deal with. And of course, one of the top issues is sports betting and integrity. And one of the key things I've seen over the last few years is how, especially regulators, are seeing this as a priority area, and they need to have a solution to deal with this. And we all know that match fixing is cross-border, has a big international dimension. And one of the things that we're advocating is that actually, if you are setting up a license in a country, if you're a jurisdiction, if you're a regulator, that you should also be asking as a requirement that if an operator is going to be licensed in that country, they should be part of an international monitoring network. One of the challenges we have, and one of the other reasons that we needed to rebrand, was to get the message out to those operators who are not part of the association to become part of the association. Now, we're not a commercial organization, we're not for profit, so it shouldn't make any difference how many members we have. But from an integrity perspective, we absolutely need the responsible, regulated license operators all to be within this network, our network, the International Betting Integrity Association, because this is actually a really big issue, it's a big threat. It's one of the top issues that regulators face when they're opening up their market. One of the questions they have. It's a big issue for sports, and it's also now increasingly becoming an issue for betting operators who are actually investing more into integrity.